Daffy Duck in Hollywood by John Ashbery. Something strange is creeping across me. La Celestina has only to warble the first few bars of I Thought About You, or something mellow from Amadigi di Gaula for everything. A mid-condition can of Rumford's baking powder, a celluloid earring, Speedy Gonzales, the latest from Helen Topping Miller's fertile Escritoire, a sheaf of suggestive pics on greige deckle-edged stock, to come clattering through the rainbow trellis where Pistachio Avenue rams the 2300 block of Highland Fling Terrace. He promised to get me out of this one, that mean old cartoonist, but just look what he's done to me now. I scarce dare approach me mug's attenuated reflection in young hubcap. So jaundiced, so déconfit are its lineaments. Fun, no doubt, for some quack phrenologist, fern-clogged waiting room, but hardly what you'd call companionable. But everything is getting choked to the point of silence. Just now, a magnetic storm hung in the swatch of sky over the Fudd's garage, reducing it, drastically, to the aura of a plumbago blue log cabin on a Gadsden Purchase commemorative cover. Suddenly all is loathing. I don't want to go back inside anymore. You meet enough vague people on this emerald traffic island. No, not people. Comings and goings. More mutterings, splatterings. The bizarrely but effectively equipped infantries of happy-go-nutty vegetal jacqueries, plumed, pointed at the little white cardboard castle over the mill run. Up the lazy river, how happy we could be. How will it end? That geranium glow over Anaheim's had the riot act read to it by the Etna-sized firecracker that exploded last minute into a carte du tendre in whose lower right-hand corner, hard by the jock itch and sand trap that skirts the asparagus patch of algolagnic Nuit Blanche, Amadigi is cousining the Princess de Cleves into a midnight maturation spree. On the Tamigi, with the wallets, Walt, Blossom, and little Sleazics, on a lame barge borrowed from Ollie of the movie's dread Mistress of the Robes. Wait, I have an announcement. This wide, tepidly meandering, civilized Letha, one can barely make out the maypoles and Chalet de Necessité on a shedgy shore, leads to Tophet, that land-filled, haunted, not-so-residential resort from which some travelers return. This whole moment is the groin of a barbarigmic giant who even now is rolling over us in his sleep. Farewell, bocage, tanneries, water meadows. The allegory comes on snarl too soon. A shower of picky akaju harpoons is about all there is to be noted between tornadoes. I have only my intermittent life and your thoughts to live, which is like thinking in another language. Everything depends on whether somebody reminds you of me. That this is a fabulation, and those other times are in fact the silences of a soul, picked out in diamonds and Stygian velvet, matters less than it should. Prodigies of timing may be arranged to convince them we live in one dimension, they in ours, while I abroad through all the coasts of dark destruction, sleek deliverance for us all. Think in that language. Its grammar, though tortured, offers pavilions in each new parting of the ways. Pastel ambulances scoop up the quick and hie them to hospitals. It's all bits and pieces, spangles, patches really. Nothing stands alone. What happened to creative revolution, Saint-Aglavin? Then, to our Celisette, if his achievement is only to end up less boring than the others, what's keeping us here? Why not leave at once? I have to stay here while they sit in there, laugh, drink, have fun time. In my day, one lay under the tough green leaves, pretending not to notice how they bled into the sky's aqua, the wafted away, no color of region supposed not to concern us. And so we, too, came where the others came. Nights of physical endurance, for if by day our behavior was anarchically correct, at least by no brutalism standards, all then grew taciturn by previous agreement. We are spirited away en bateau, under cover of fudge dark. It's not the incomplete importunes, but the spookiness of the finished product. True, to ask less were folly, yet if he is the result of himself, how much the better for him we ought to be, and how little finally we take this into account. Is the puckered garrant satin of a case that once held a brace of dueling pistols our only acknowledging of that color? I'd like not this, methinks, yet this disappointing sequel to ourselves has been applauded in London and St. Petersburg. Somewhere ravens pray for us. The storm finished brewing, and thus she questioned all who came in at the great gate, but none she found who had ever heard of Amadis, nor of stern Aurangzebe, his first love. Some there were to whom this mattered not a jot. Since all by definition is completeness, so in utter darkness they reasoned, why not accept it as it pleases to reveal itself? And when low skyscrapers from lower-hanging clouds reveal a turret there, in Art Deco escarpment here, and last perhaps the pattern that may carry the sense, but stays hidden in the mysteries of pagination. Not what we see, but how we see it matters. All's alike the same, and we greet him who announces the change as we would greet the change itself. All life is but a figment. Conversely, the tiny tome that slips from your hand is not perhaps the missing link in this invisible picnic whose leverage shrouds our sense of it. Therefore bivouac we on this great blonde highway, unimpeded by veiled scruples, worn conundrums. Morning is impermanent. Grab sextings, swing up over the horizon like a boy on a fishing expedition. No one really knows or cares whether this is the whole of which parts were vouchsafed once, but to be ambling on's the tradition more than the safekeeping of it. This mulch for play keeps them interested and busy, while the big, vaguer stuff can decide what it wants, what maps, what model cities, how much waste space. Life, our life anyway, is between. We don't mind or notice anymore that the sky is green, a parrot one, but have our earnest weird chances on us. Disingenuous, intrigued, inviting more, always invoking the echo, a summer's day.